Oh yeah. I am Vinnie Tortorich, folks. Your good intentions have been stolen. But don't worry. I'm here to help you get it back. You may be soft and succulent at the beginning of this process, but hang in there. Before long, you will be lean and mean, guaranteed. Yeah, I want to say that's from Fandango, a little old band from Texas, ZZ Top. One of my favorite songs that they've ever done. Um, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. We bring in the beautiful Miss Gina Grad. How you doing, Gina?
Oh, so good. Thank you so much. I love that song.
We brought, everything reminds me of a song.
Yes.
And just before we turned on the mics, I was ordering a couple of denim shirts. I've been wearing Wrangler shirts since I want to say the first grade, but
Probably.
I didn't know really what I wore in first grade. By the time third grade came around, I've been wearing these blue jean shirts my entire life. And,
Yeah.
But, it didn't look weird to me because most of my extended family, all the Latinos and Tortoriches and Daninos, they were all, they had farms and they worked
Sure.
hard. And this was the work shirt.
But I didn't know they were actual work shirts. I just thought they looked cool.
No, they're work shirts. They're heavy jean material, and people actually use them to work, to go to work. And that's where they were. And of course, like everyone else, I always wore them. And it's interesting. They're still inexpensive.
From Wrangler?
Yeah, they're about
Really?
$29 to get a
Really?
yeah.
Because I stopped looking for them because at the high-end stores, I can't afford to look like a working man in her denim shirt.
Go to Wrangler. You'll find the right stuff. And by the way, here's why, usually I used to just go on and go, get the rigid denim. It's called rigid because it's real starchy and hard.
Yep.
You gotta wash it. And I would just get one or two of those and then you move on your way. Well, you can't do that anymore when you go to these sites.
Why?
I used to walk right into the store and buy it. And they used to be $9 to $12. I remember when they got to $12, I was like, oh my God.
Highway robbery.
What are they doing? I remember when 501s went to $15.
Oh.
I was still in high school. I thought my mom was going to lose her mind. I'm not kidding. So at any rate, I'm on the site and you can't just get the shirt anymore. You have to, there's number one, there's size charts, right? I know size neck, and they used to say neck and sleeve, and that's how I judged. No, now it says small, medium, large, extra large, XXX, and XXXXL, right? So it's like, okay, I know I'm going to be a medium or a large, I guess, but now you got to look at a size chart, and then you got to do that.
Right. You got to do the reverse engineering.
Right. You got to figure it out, and then you got to go back, and then you got to find the shirt again.
Right.
And by the way, now, Gina, you can look like the shirt is already worn out before you.
Of course you can.
Yeah. Yes.
Nobody wants to do that work. We just want to look like it.
You want to look like you worked in the shirt. So, so then you got to go find it again. That, and by the way, the ones that are already worn out, they're twice as expensive. Those are $60.
That's exactly my point. You can't find those cool shirts without really paying for it.
Yeah, if you want to look like you've done something in your life, it's going to cost you a bit more than the average shirt.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, I just went through that process of ordering another two of those, and
but you always order the exact same size, though. Your size doesn't change.
Size doesn't change, but yes, it has, because if I go in my closet, because I have the real worn out ones, I never throw them away. I got some of them that might go back to high school. And they're kind of drapey on me because I was built, I had a giant chest and shoulders.
Right.
And so I wear those in the winter where you want to wear something underneath them. It kind of out.
You got to layer it in the winter. You don't want to catch a cold.
Yeah, because everyone knows you catch a cold when you get cold.
Well, it's called cold, like it's called fat.
Yeah. So if you eat fat, you get fat?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And if you get cold, you're going to catch a cold?
If it's cold out, you get a cold. If you eat fat, you get fat. Yeah. What was I born yesterday?
Look, I mean, people actually think that. They think that
I know.
that whole thing. See, folks, you see how Gina and I just meander into the conversation of health and fitness. And look, there's a lot of things like that. When I was a kid, so I started working out before my teens.
Yeah.
Right. And everyone thought I was a freakish kid because I didn't really have friends. And I hung out with this older guy who taught me how to lift weights. Right. So, okay. It was because I had a hearing problem and the worst speech impediment. I just didn't have a
You
lot of
feel
friends.
like you fit in.
Yeah. And I had a couple of friends. The redhead freckle-faced kid that looked like Ralph Malph was my best friend, Jim Knoll. And he still is today. We've been together since first grade.
That's amazing.
And he told me what a booby was.
Oh, not the bird, I'm assuming.
No, the thing on
The real one.
Yeah, rack.
Yeah.
He
The
didn't say
rack,
rack
yeah.
in first grade. He said booby.
Booby.
And, I said, come again? And he explained it to me again because Jim had an older brother that was fourth or fifth grade. So Jim had information.
Yeah.
And you see, they used to line us up to go to lunch. And Miss Sheddertall, who worked for Sister Marie, she locked the door and she took her keys and dropped it in her bra. And I said, Jim, that woman just dropped that thing down her shirt. And he goes, yeah. And I said, and it didn't come out the bottom. Some kind of magic. And he said, that's because they were caught by her boobies. And yeah, that's how I learned all about women's anatomy, right? All in one day.
It's some things never change because you're talking about a story from when you were in first grade. I have a freshly minted third grader and I'm hearing the same kind of crap. It's the same thing. And of course I laugh and I try to, educate and inform in a comical way. My husband thinks I should, he's a little more conservative, but yeah. Have I heard the word booby in this house? I sure have.
Look, this thing happened 55 years ago. And I told it to you like it happened yesterday.
And your face changed. It was like you were literally discovering it for the first time.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. And I was like, wait. And then I looked at, and we're walking to the lunchroom, and all I could think was, this guy's got information I don't have. I got to keep him around.
Well, speaking of boobies, I just sent you a text.
Right.
I feel like you've probably, in fact, I'm pretty sure you've already seen it because you sent me a lovely text. But have you ever, this is a text, I sent you a picture of a post that I posted on my 40,000 person strong Instagram. In my life, have you ever seen me post a full body picture in a swimsuit?
No. Gina, when I saw that picture, I sent you a private message.
Yeah.
I was shocked and appalled. No, I was the exact opposite of shocked. Oh, I got it up right here.
Okay, there you go.
Putting it in the bank. Oh yeah.
I was shocked by it. Not only I never thought that picture would get posted, but because I'm used to, positioning myself in a certain way and women kind of, feeling self-conscious. We were not looking at this person, obviously. We were taking another picture. And if you can tell, I'm sort of corkscrewing myself behind my husband because that was the picture I was focused on. And when my friend Becky said, hey, Gina, come here. Look at this from this angle. I was like, oh, no, thanks. And I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to say, stand in front of me. And of course I never did, but, just psychologically, I don't have to go, oh, and, stand here and stand in front of me. This should not be a flattering shot. This is belly height when I wasn't paying attention. And I'm really proud of the work I've done.
Now, Gina, it looks like you got vitiligo on you.
Okay, that's the funny thing. If someone says, yeah, right, photoshopped, I'll say, you're right. I cannot lie to you. The one thing I did, I had such a bad tan line from not wearing this swimsuit. It was completely white right below my swimsuit line, and I looked ridiculous. So I tried to fill it in with skin color, and it looks horrible. That is the only thing that has been touched.
Can I ask you something? I'll never show it to anyone. Do you have the original?
Yeah.
Send me the original. Because here's the deal. it doesn't, I see what you did now. Here's the thing. Putting where the tan lines are not where they should be, that's now a cool thing.
Yeah, it really doesn't look good, but I'll prove it.
I will be the judge, and I will tell the audience whether it should be
All right.
seen or not.
It's coming to you right now.
Okay. Let's see here. By the way, Gina, I saw this and I wrote to you right away, and
You did.
I said, wow. Well, you know, because people used to ask me, Gina, okay, you got to put that picture up. You know, that, wait, hang on.
It looks stupid.
That's two different pictures.
Oh, okay, because there's a series of them. Let me find the right one.
Yeah, I want to see the same thing, even though it's showing a telling your hand is down. By the way, that one might even be a better shot.
Oh, really? Yeah, and look at, oh my God, that shows my stomach, which
Yeah,
I'm not one to do.
Yeah, but Gina, let me tell you something. People used to ask me if you were fat. And back in the Adam Carolla days. And I used to say, no, she's not fat, but she's got these enormous boobs that come so far out that she wears like a moo t-shirt.
Yeah. Everything on me goes out and down.
Yeah, it just went out and straight down. And there was, how do you know she's not fat? It's like, because she hugs me every time I see her. You know, she's not a Zoftig woman. She's just got, you know, the eighth wonder of the world hanging off of her rib cage.
Eighth and ninth.
Yeah.
Here, it's probably one of these. Yeah. So it's funny, like, you know, I'm not, and I'm a woman of a certain age. I'm north of 28 at this point.
Yeah.
And finally, and these are not pictures that I would ever post. I mean, I went down how many sizes for my wedding, and my boobs, again, still so big. It didn't make a huge difference. But when I saw that picture, I was so shocked and frankly proud of myself, because as you know, I'm back to, doing what I'm supposed to do, that I just had to post it. I was really proud of myself.
And you should be. And I was very proud of you. And
Thank you.
it just shows the commitment and the work. And, you know, you moved over to meat at some point.
To beef.
Yeah, to beef. And she didn't just move over to beef. She moved over. Like I remember she was like, do you think my stomach is going to freak out and this and that? It's like, no. It's going to be like when they give people liquid oxygen. You ever see those movies where you're going to go so deep, we got to give you liquid oxygen?
That's right.
And your body just knows how to do it, because
the only problem is I can't stop. It's all I want. It's all I eat. I love it so much. And I asked you, I go, is a ribeye a night too much of a problem? Or how many ribeyes is too much? And you say, when I get there, I'll let you know.
Yeah. I mean, look, Serena's been gone. So the meals have been very close to the same, but last night was a pound of ground beef. The night before was, I got wild caught sockeye salmon on sale.
Ooh.
I had a pound of that. The night before that was a New York strip that was on sale. I get whatever's on sale.
Yeah.
The night before that was another pound of ground beef. The night before that was, and people go, what, you just cook it? It's like, no, sometimes I make it like the taco bowl.
Of course.
Sometimes I turn it into 2 or 3 hamburgers, usually 3 hamburgers with cheese on them. And, you know, that kind of thing. I just change it up.
Yeah. Before you said that, you literally sounded like you ate like a bear at a campground. But yeah, you don't just eat it. You don't just throw the sockeye in your mouth. You cook it.
Yeah. And, it's kind of like a bear, because bears, they go and grab the salmon right out of the stream, right into their mouth.
That's right.
But, it's not that difficult. Thank God Serena's coming back tonight. And I'll get to have like a meal that looks like a meal.
Oh, good.
But
you've been holding your own.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the kid loves it. He, I cut his up. I put a little extra, butter baste it, give him some cauliflower rice. I mix a little Greek yogurt in it and a little seasoning. That's dinner. That's just it. Everyone's sort of back on track, and it feels really good. He said that someone at school asked him why he doesn't have orange juice for breakfast, and he started asking for orange juice. And I say, I'll make you a deal. You can have as many oranges as you want, but I ain't buying orange juice. Good. I'm happy to give you, a half an orange with your breakfast. Happy to. No problem. Yeah. You're 7 years old. I ain't buying orange juice.
Yeah, I've often talked about this on the show. I can't remember. When was President Clinton in office?
Late 90s,
No, it wasn't that late. It was
2000s.
No, he was,
Before that,
yeah,
how old am I? Jesus. Oh,
maybe mid-90s.
are you serious?
Yeah. Because by the time we got to the 2000s, Bush was in office and 9/11 happened.
93 to 2001. Holy Christ.
That's when Clinton was in office?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He came after.
Yeah. Vice president. Oh, yeah. No, that was Gore before. Yeah. 93 to 2001.
All right. So 93 to 2001. So Clinton, at some point during his reign in office, he said, we're going to pull all of the soda machines out of schools.
Mm.
And I was like, this is great. I've been yelling about this for years. Get these soda machines out of these schools. And, but they didn't remove the machines. They just removed the soda. And I was like, what?
So now we have empty machines.
Yeah, but they're going to fill them with healthy stuff like water. Kids can buy water, which I didn't understand because we always just all use the same water fountain.
The fountain, sure.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right, well, I guess kids like to drink water with plastic in it. So we'll just go with that program. No, they just moved the same companies, Coke and PepsiCo and all these companies. They just put fruit juice in there.
Yep.
Ocean spray and all this. It's just 100% sugar. They actually went from bad to worse. And at the same time, teaching a whole generation of kids, hey, this is actually good for you. This sugar, this one's good for you.
Yeah, this is safe.
Which makes no sense. By the way, Gina, ask me as soon as the mics go cold. I may be doing another documentary after this documentary.
What?
And I said this was the last, and it might be the last. But you did something at some point that just it just stayed in my head.
What?
It stayed in my head. I went, you know what? I started going down rabbit holes, and I called the gang and said, when we're done with this documentary we're working on now, and they said, wait, hang on, boss, just hang on. I said, I think I might have. So if this next documentary because I keep using the money from
you just reinvest it. Yeah.
I'm not getting rich in documentaries, but I'm actually the richest documentarian in the world because I don't lose money.
That's true.
I just make the money and then I put it into the next documentary, hoping that I will get it back again. So on this next documentary that will be out at the end of this year, early next year, if that money comes back, I'm calling the crew is already on. They're on notice.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was a Grad thing that caused this.
I am so intrigued. I have no idea what this could possibly be. You know what? Actually, hold on. A guess just came into my mind. I'm gonna write it down.
Write it down and send it to me. No, don't put it up on the screen.
No. I'm just writing it down so you know that I'm just gonna ask you after.
Okay, great. And of course, we don't kill the video, so Leona and Debbie will know what the idea is too. But
no, I'm just writing it down for my own benefit. It's done. I wrote it. It's done.
So I just can't stop thinking about this.
Wow.
And, I think you know what I'm talking about. You must know what I'm talking about.
I have an idea. Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, it could be a couple things, but something just came into my mind. I can't wait to hear about this.
You sent me a video, but I had already. Did you send it to me online or did I?
I did. I sent it to you a couple weeks ago when I saw it, and I reminded you again because I said I can't stop thinking about this. I've watched a few other of his videos. We have to play this. This is so you. So do you just want me to sort of set this up?
Wait, hang on. Let see, Gina. You should have left that with the tan line.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
That looks ridiculous.
Yeah, like when you see like triathlete girls and all that kind of stuff, you see back in our day, you wouldn't be caught dead showing a tan line. You were a loser. You would have to spend the whole day by yourself trying to figure out how to fix that tan line.
Oh, God.
Meaning by just getting more burnt.
Right.
No, but triathletes and the whole thing, they just go around, they got their tan lines going and the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. I just thought it looked stupid.
I had 3 different, I was at the beach last week. That's why I'm so orange,
Very red.
because I don't use sunscreen because I don't need it. I had 3 different tan lines going on when I got down into my bathing suit. I had one from kayaking where you wear a life jacket. So like, white trash muscle shirt
Yep.
tan. And then I had somewhat of a tan on my stomach and back because like when I go out in the yard and work and the whole thing, I have that tan. Right. And then I had a partial kayak tan on my legs because some of it is in the sun. I had 3 different tans going on. And then I started rowing last month.
Oh,
so
God.
now I got another t-shirt tan below my redneck tan.
Oh, Vinny.
I had 4 tans going on. Ask me if I cared.
Did you care?
No, not one bit. I just went on that beach and had a great time.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, then you've inspired me. Thank you. Maybe I'll repost without the bad photoshopping. So let me tell you who this dude is. Now, I'm going to preface this and I'm going to speak for Vinny by saying I don't know anything about him. He seems to he seems to be maybe hawking some products, so I know nothing about. But when I stumbled upon this video and he has others like it, I couldn't stop watching it, and I sent it to Vinny right away. His name on Instagram is Cheat Day Design, which is kind of perfect for what we're about to talk about. He's a designer, web guy, and he takes junk food and repackages it and rebrands it and makes the exact junk food rebranded into quote unquote healthy snacks, not changing the food inside, just changing the packaging. And I thought, oh, Vinny's going to have a field day with this. So my favorite one is the Reese's peanut butter cup because it is such a glaring, exaggerated, but probably very accurate and prevalent example of what these companies do.
Not exaggerated at all, in my opinion, because
it's crazy.
Yeah. And we'll talk about it after. Let's play his piece and then we'll talk about it after. Here we go. Let me see if I can pull this up.
Rebrand.
Really trying.
The women.
Really try.
Why did everything come up except?
I have no idea.
All right, let me try again.
Okay.
All right. You gotta be kidding. So let me see if I can get rid of everything altogether.
Oh, do you have other stuff that's popping up?
Well, no, it was other stuff popped up after his, like
the next thing.
You know, the guy that used to do Cavassier on Saturday Night Live popped up. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
The greatest candy of all time? Easy. We're going to rebrand the king size Reese's Big Cups. Having 2 giant Reese's cups means there's 10 grams of protein total. So we're going to call this Reese's Pro Plus, the plus being fiber. So we're going to say 10 grams of protein and 4 grams of fiber. We're not making any claims that this is high protein or high fiber. We're just stating how much is in there, and we're just omitting the fact that this is over 400 calories. Reese's are technically all natural because there's no real definition of what natural is, so we will call this one all natural. And we got to throw in some of our favorite health food buzzwords. Gluten-free, no cholesterol, no trans fat, and no artificial sweeteners. We'll make the packaging a little bit more exciting. I still want this to be really simple and minimal. And of course, our Reese's Big Cups. And there you go. We got healthy, high protein Reese's Pro Plus. Side note, I really wanted to make these shaped like a bicep, but as you can see, that's kind of ridiculous, but there it is anyway. What should I rebrand next? Rebrand.
So he and Vinny, I'm sure you'll share it. I'll share it on Instagram just so everyone can see it. He took he never touched what was inside of the package. He just changed the wrapper and really didn't do it. Yes, it was very dishonest. No, he didn't flat out lie about anything.
Right.
Gluten-free, sure. Like when salsa's fat-free, it's not the most honest thing I've ever said, but it's not a lie.
Look, I've been yelling about this on the show from the beginning. People, they're like, well, look, we should go high protein, right? Yeah. Can I have a Quest bar? No. But it's got X amount of protein. Read everything else that's in there. There's nothing natural about a Quest bar. There's nothing healthy about a Quest bar. There was one that was called I can't remember what it's called, but it said, no this, no that, no nothing else, just eggs and just this.
Yes,
And just that.
yes.
And when you read it, it's bullshit on the back. If you could find that one, Gina, it'd be great. Back in the day, people go, well, I get these Tiger bars. That was a Snickers had more nutrients than a Tiger bar had, and on and on and on. People would ask me, here's my favorite. People would always go, yeah, I do trail mix. I get the trail mix. No, but I don't buy it in a bag. I get the trail mix from Whole Foods from the bin. It's like, that's nothing but a deconstructed candy bar.
Right.
There's nothing different about any of this stuff. People think, oh yeah, I'm doing better, but it's slightly better, right? Or it's somewhat better, or it's got vitamins and minerals. All the stuff that we put in our heads, they don't actually tell us this. We tell ourselves these lies.
Right.
We lie to us all the time. We're never more brilliant. Wait, hang on. This is for Debbie. You ready, Debbie? Here we go. We're never more brilliant than when we're justifying our own bad behavior. Stay motivated. Okay.
That was good.
But that's the truth. I mean, that's when we're our most, that's when we're completely sane. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's like when we say we're judges for everyone else and great lawyers for ourselves, because we're trying to convince Vinny, it said it has 4 grams of protein. What do you want from me? It's peanut butter cup. What you were thinking of, they're called RX bars. Like this one, it says 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 4 cashews, 2 dates. No
Right.
BS. And it's coconut chocolate flavored somehow, but that doesn't say.
So now turn it over and read the back. So that's on the
Read
front,
behind it.
folks.
Yeah,
They put that real big right on the front.
So no BS.
No BS.
All right, hold on. Oh, of course that doesn't want. Oh, and by the way, it's coming up as. Oh wait, here they are. I didn't realize there were so many different egg white bars. Is that a thing now?
Oh yeah, they've been lying about egg whites for years. I mean, you want to eat egg whites, folks? Just go boil an egg.
And have everything in it. Okay, RX bar ingredients. Tell you what's inside. Sounds like a plan. Ah, interesting. I'm on the website. I clicked on ingredients. And so far, it's just showing me what I said: dates, nuts, and eggs. Now, where's the actual individual ingredients for the package? I'm having a hard time finding that.
You might have to find a picture of the package, because we broke it down at some point, but it would be interesting to break it down again. You put dates in something, you might as well just call that straight sugar.
That's sugar.
Because folks, they're not just taking a date and just crunching it up and putting it in there. They're bringing that date down. Remember we talked about the fruit juice a minute ago?
Yep.
On the schools, they're taking these dates down to the sugar of the date. That would be like saying, oh, sugar cane. Yeah, they're just taking a fiber out and giving you the sugar, right? Because you can't swallow that kind of fiber anyway.
I think I found a culprit.
Okay, go on.
Okay, I'm looking at one of them, and I have to put this close because I'm getting old. It says egg whites, dates, almonds, cashews, chocolate, cocoa, sea salt, natural flavors.
Okay, natural flavors always means, remember, sugar's natural and sugar's a flavor. And dates, that's just 100% sugar. People would not buy these things if they didn't taste good. My buddy said to me the other day, go, hey, why, Element, makes an electrolyte, and I make an electrolyte. And he goes, what's the difference? I said, well, Element's going to always sell better than my electrolyte. And he said, why? And I said, because it's sweet.
Yeah.
People are going, I don't care how they're lying to you. They're putting either fake sweeteners or real sweet. Go watch my video on fake sweeteners that I have up at YouTube. I have a whole thing. Find that one, Gina, and so we can tell people where to go and find it. I got all kinds of free stuff out there, folks. You go find for free. Don't buy into this bullshit. I'm glad this guy is doing these type of videos, right? He's spot on target. He is spot on, period.
And I'm glad you mentioned fake sweeteners again, because, for the next show, do I have a doozy for you?
Oh, good.
I'm looking at your 10 foods. Oh, I love these videos. You have so many. Which one's your sweetener video?
You should say 10 something sweeteners. I just did it. It's got to be up there.
For
Did they not
crying
take it
out
out
loud.
yet?
You have so many. I don't
Be
see
under,
it
there
yet.
should be a list of just those, Gina.
Oh, hold on. I'm old. I don't know how to do this stuff
Like
anymore.
it says video list. Don't do
Yes,
that I'm old.
I am. Oh, let's see. The only 5 exercise. Oh, what artificial sweeteners are actually doing to your body? That's from 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second video.
Yeah. Go check that out. Go check that out. If you think I'm making this stuff up, I did a deep dive right there on the YouTubes. And everybody can go watch.
You're getting some nice numbers on here, by the way.
Yeah, I think I'm over 20,000 subscribers now.
That's great. Yeah, you are. You are. That's fantastic.
That's what my people told me. I don't actually know how to go to YouTube.
No, you do. You have 20.3.
All right, look at me.
Look at you.
I'm big somewhere in the country. Yeah. So yeah, I tried to explain to my dad one time. He goes, we go places sometimes and people ask about you. I said, oh, how's that? And he goes, so do you know these people? And I said, no, Dad, how would I know them? He goes, well, they know you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I said, but I don't know them. And
how could that be?
So the way I explained it to him, this was a couple of years ago. And back then, we get like north of 1 million downloads a month, but on the show with me and Anna, we get right away over 100,000 downloads. And then on the Friday show, we get over 100,000. And then they just grow over time. They'll go well over 150, some of them 200,000 downloads. And so these shows get big downloads, right? And I said, Dad, think of it this way. You go to LSU Stadium, right? Yeah. How many people can they stuff in like a stadium? He goes, 105,000. I said, okay.
Every one of them.
Think about your son being on the 50-yard line, that stadium packed, and then stack another stadium on top of that. And that's how many people originally hear my show. I said, now, according to Gravitas, millions and millions and millions of people have seen my documentaries.
Yeah.
Right? They see my face. They don't know me. They know my name and they see my face. But, that's why when they hear the name Tortorich, when you walk into a restaurant, that's what they're reacting to.
That's why when they hear the name Tortorich, they take the bread off the table.
Right. That's why you can't eat that. But no, they go, oh, there's a guy named Vinnie Tortorich, and then they're shocked.
Yeah.
Right. It happened to them in a casino a while back. They
oh my God.
In blackjack, and she was playing with her friend, and my mom won a big hand, and her friend goes, Marie Tortorich, and saying, oh, Tortorich, there's a guy, that
oh my
happens
God.
to them. Yeah, and it's weird for them.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to, I know we have to go, but just because we were talking about food and we're talking about healthy decisions and all this stuff, and we showed my picture from Minnesota when I was on vacation, I do want you to know that we stopped into a little restaurant in the central Minnesota, and 100% on the menu, they had tater-tot hot dish. Would you like to know what's in that?
Well, tater tots.
Yes. Yes. Massive. The word starts with the word massive. Massive cheese and bacon filled tater barrels.
But that's the tater tot, right? It's the
tater barrels rested over a bed of rich veggies and chopped beef gravy. Beef gravy is a big thing there. Topped with smoked Gouda fondue and fire roasted corn.
If I ate 3 bites of that, I would have indigestion until I died.
As Tim Conway Jr. would say, you'd need a 5-point harness on your toilet.
It would be colon blow.
Oh, don't get me wrong. The first bite would be absolutely orgasmic, but I can't believe that's something that people ask for so much. It's on the menu.
Gina, if you just gave me a pile of tater tots, I would need Tim's 5-point harness for that. Just tater tots.
Yeah.
Right.
without the Gouda fondue, the chip beef gravy, the fire roasted corn, and the cheddar and bacon. Just the naked tot. What do you want, a diet?
How do you eat it? Is that a side dish or is that what you order?
I'd like to think it's a shared option, but I'm really not sure. I imagine it was under, because I just took a screenshot, it was under appetizers. I'd like to think it's for everyone.
Hot dish, according to Kurt Lapeard, he's a listener of the show. He lives up in North Dakota.
Yeah, he knows.
I said, Kurt, what's hot dish? He was buying me a steak one night, so it's like, I got this guy from up there. I need to know what they do. And he goes, it's a casserole. And it's like, why do you guys call it hot dish? He goes, because it's hot dish.
It's a hot dish. It
said,
comes out hot.
I said, now we got through that conversation. Can you tell me why, when it's dead of winter and it's like -10 outside, people go to the Viking games with no shirt on? I need to know that too. None of it makes sense to me.
Because they're badasses.
I look at that. I'm sitting here. It's like 38 outside. I got my fireplace on. I got a wool shirt on.
Oh yeah.
I got my wool socks on.
Yeah.
It looks like Norman Rockwell when I'm
yeah.
watching and
yeah.
And it's skull and no shirt on, big fat hits. And I'm talking about the guys. This is not the women. And I'm
because they all have something written. Each one has something different written on their belly.
Yeah, they got signs. He got signs. And I said, Kurt, what is it? And he goes, hey man, we love football. I was like, I like football too. I'm pretty well built. I've never taken my shirt off at a football game.
Oh God. I respect it. I do.
I do too. I look at it. I'm like freezing down here with my dog with a fireplace going. And I'm like, what are they doing?
Those are bad mofos, man.
Yeah. All right. So folks, Gina Grad, I was just listening to the show. I listened to Brian's biopsy episode. I learned more about Taylor Swift than I ever knew.
Same. Brian's wife bought herself a ticket and infiltrated the Taylor Swift Eras Tour, and we got a secondhand account, and it blew my mind.
You know what I didn't know?
What?
I guess I had to think back in my mind. I could not name, and I'm not being cool here, I cannot name a Taylor Swift song. If it came on, if you played 3 pop star songs and said pick
which one's her,
I couldn't pick it.
Yeah.
I'm told she's an incredible writer and apparently an incredible performer. And she's changing the gross national product whenever she goes into a town. And that's all wonderful. What I failed to realize is that she's been around for about 20 years.
She was a country artist.
Right.
And then she got a crossover fame. Yeah.
I remember it was like I was living in Kentucky for a year or two, and she was like this young kid who had a couple of hits.
Yeah.
I had forgotten that she had been around for that long.
Oh yeah. And I said, well, I don't understand why it's called eras. Oh, because she played songs from her, 20 years eras. I'm like, she's been around for 20 years?
Yeah.
Or however long. So I'm with you. So yeah, that's the Brian and Gina show. And that's the official podcast of Los Angeles Magazine, anywhere you listen to podcasts. But a lot of times we do, like Vinny does, a lot of times we have a visual element. So please also feel free to check it out. The whole thing is on YouTube, youtube.com/Los Angeles Magazine videos. And we do it every week. Usually twice a week.
So go check out everything Gina's doing. You know what to do. Look, I do the phone calls. People like to call, set up, and you can talk to me. I love doing the phone calls. Love hearing from you guys. Love coaching. So if you guys want to do that, you're not bothering me. People always go, oh my God, look, I just paid for an hour. I'm not going to take up all you. It's like, no. It's your
He does. Yeah.
This is what I do. I love coaching. So you're not bothering me. I enjoy doing this. So go check that out. We have the Superfan page and all the stuff, the NSNG ebook. Go check it all out at vinnietortorich.com. And let's play a little. You know what? We're going to play this on the way out too, because I love this song so much. I love the beginning of the song. It's just so good.
Okay.
In every which way you can. On behalf of Gina Grad, my name is Vinnie Tortorich. Put life into living, and let's do it with a little bit more of ZZ Top.